Men disguised as police attempt to steal sphere-shaped UFO after new information is revealed. Have you guys been tracking the story of the BUGA sphere? It is this strange object that was apparently seen floating, I think, where was it, in Colombia? Yeah, in Colombia, in March, floating through the sky. And then somehow they knocked it down, or it came down or something, and they've been trying to research it, scanning the interior, and it apparently looks like a solid piece of metal. It's got some weird scratchings on it, etchings, whatever it may be, and like the moon shapes or whatever. You know, some people have said it looks like what people would claim a UFO looks like. It's a sphere with strange markings on it. Engineer Rodolfo Garrido believes the strange sphere may be some type of advanced probe capable of using an electromagnetic field to fly. Maybe, or it's a hoax. I don't know. There's a video of it floating around, and people do hoaxes all the time. So if I'm going to put my money down on anything, the first thing I'm doing is hoax, followed by, like, you know, I don't know what, a 0.1% chance this is a real technology that we don't understand, that was flying using some kind of like magnetism or something. Well, now the researchers are claiming a group disguised as police tried to steal the mysterious orb. They say it proves the existence of aliens. No. Dr. Stephen Greer, an American ufologist, retired physician, revealed in X that the fake policeman attempted to enter the vault in Mexico City where the suspected UFO is being kept while scientists examine it. Known as the BUGA sphere, the small metal orb was spotted in March over the town of BUGA in Colombia, zigzagging through the sky in a way that defies the movement of conventional aircraft. The object was recovered shortly after it landed and has since been taken to Mexico to be analyzed by scientists who have discovered a maze of fiber optic wires inside that suggest it can send and receive signals. Interesting. Controversial UFO researcher Jaime Maussan, who has had several claims about extraterrestrials debunked in recent years, hosted an international conference to discuss the latest findings of the BUGA sphere. U.S. Congressman Eric Burlison of Missouri and Dr. Greer were among a group of American officials in attendance when Maussan claimed the imposters attempted to steal the BUGA sphere. Greer added that scientists have already taken samples of the UFO that will be tested in a state-of-the-art lab to determine if the sphere really is from another planet. Those scientists and their information have been provided to top law enforcement. Any sort of attempts to interfere with the examination will be known, and the people and perpetrators will be held to account for it, Greer said in a June 21 post on X. Interesting. U.S. Congressman Eric Burlison of Missouri attended the conference in Mexico City, examining the sphere and alleged alien remains presented by UFO researcher. And of course, we've had Rep. Burlison on the show, in fact, to discuss this. Congressman Burlison added, it was his belief that governments and other groups may be working to suppress the public's knowledge of UFOs and alien life. Quote, it's not any government's right to protect knowledge about extraterrestrials if it exists. We have too many people reporting and too many videos to ignore it. Now, here's what I want to say. Apparently, they say inside this sphere was solid metal. Solid metal. I'd like to take you back in time to rudimentary steam technology. So you basically have these people that have a general understanding that you take a vat, you can smelt metals, you can shape it. This will be able to contain higher pressures. Then you put water in it, you boil the water. The water is turning to steam, increasing the pressure in that space, which then causes, as the tea kettle does, a whistling. So they said, hey, what if I put a wheel over that? The steam will spin the wheel. Then you can attach, like, I don't know, a belt to the wheel, and that will spin something somewhere else, maybe a wheel, and it can move the wheel. Holy crap, we got our first steam engine. As Napoleon Bonaparte famously said, you mean to sail against the wind by putting a bonfire under the deck? I have no time for such nonsense. Perhaps it's apocryphal, but anyway, when it comes to a steam engine, you can see the pipe, where the water goes. And someone who understands steam tech is going to look at that and say, well, there's a pipe there. I can generally understand. So let's say you took a steam engine as somebody who had no idea about steam technology, showed it to them, and they'd look at it and go, there's some pipes here. And you say, we'll put water in it, and then we'll put a fire here, and they'll go, oh, the water's boiling, and then the steam is going through the pipe. Now let's take modern computers. Take a computer or an electric battery. to someone who has no idea about the existence of the electromagnetic spectrum. And they're going to be like, what? It's a solid mass of metal. It's a solid chunk. How is it moving the wheel? Right? Well, there's, with the battery, which looks like a lithium-ion battery, a solid chunk of lithium, basically, not literally. And so they see this giant chunk of metal. And also, if they don't even know what lithium is, they're going to be like, why is it getting hot? But then you have the way it's actually quite fascinating how electric motors work. You have copper coils, and when charged, creates a rotating magnetic force. If you don't know what magnetism is, you're going to be like, the wheel's just moving for some reason. Now, take us here. This sphere looks like solid metal, but perhaps it's not. Perhaps there is a possibility that technology goes into the quantum scale in terms of the molecules themselves and arranged in a way that we cannot perceive. Much like the steam engine man wouldn't understand the basic circuitries of a modern computer. They'd say it's a solid mass. How is it doing it? What if further advanced technology might look just like a chunk of metal? And when we cut it open, what do we see? Nothing, metal. But those who actually understand this degree of technology might be like, yeah, but when you scale down to the quantum scale or to the nano, maybe not quantum, but nano, you can see fibers of metal that the naked eye can't are guiding certain things in certain directions, creating a path by which forces are exerted in a specific way, creating flight. Perhaps. And so we, as primitive beings, see a metal mass floating in the sky, cut it open or scan the inside of it and go, it's just a chunk of metal. How is it flying? Much like the person might look at a battery and say, how is it moving? There are fundamental forces perhaps we have not quite yet discovered nor understand. They're going to say, according to the research conference, this is the first UFO recovered by private citizens and solely controlled by non-government scientists. The attempted robbery came right after Masson and other researchers revealed that they are trying to reactivate the sphere using an electrical charge. Yeah, imagine if someone didn't know how a steam engine worked and they were like, we're spraying it with water. Maybe that'll do something. According to Rodolfo Garrido, a Mexican engineer working with the scientists from the National Autonomous University of Mexico, the sphere gave off a strong, decaying, ionizing field. That field was responsible for somehow dehydrating the field it landed in, killing all the grass and soil there. Interesting. The June 20th presentation also revealed new images of the interior of the BUGA sphere, showing the nucleus of the device appeared to be similar in design to the inventor Nikola Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower in the early 1900s. Take a look at that. Interesting. Garrido revealed the interior appears to look like a proposed wireless energy generator invented by Tesla. Very interesting. We got video that purports to show the BUGA sphere flying in the air. I got to be honest, that could be a drone with a casing over it. You know, it's just, we're in that, how do we know? Or somebody's working on tech. Government's working on a new kind of propulsion technology. They lost control of it. For now, groups of the scientists examining the BUGA sphere at UNAM are setting up security for the metal samples headed for further testing. There's been no confirmation of Masson's claim about the robbery attempt. The journalist has been tied to several debunked claims. Masson also claimed to have discovered physical evidence of mummified alien corpses on 3 separate occasions, but none of the incidents have been proven true. During the June 20th conference, Masson put pieces of these alleged corpses on display for the researchers and government officials, including Greer and Burleson, who are allowed to hold the specimens while wearing gloves. That's disgusting. I don't think they're alien corpses. You can probably easily figure that out. As for advanced technology, what would we really discover? There's a saying that if you give Christopher Columbus a nuclear submarine and unlimited resources, he will never replicate it. Because there are fundamental forces that they cannot discover just by looking at it. Reverse engineering only goes so far. So I wonder, if we truly ever discovered alien tech, how much could we truly reverse engineer? Sadly, I don't know that we actually could. Look, if you took a lighter back in time, 1,000 years, it's magic. How would they even begin to fathom plastics? They're going to say it's a strange material that is see-through, but it's not glass. What is it? A magic material. There's a fluid inside. They wouldn't know what the fluid is or even how to begin to synthesize it. And when you click it, a spark and fire emerges. There is so much knowledge missing from these people as to create something of this. Now, I'm sure they understand flint. They know about fuels. And so they have a general understanding that it looks like there's some kind of fuel or something in there, but plastic? Now, maybe they could start to fathom a rudimentary lighter of sorts. Probably. In fact, I'm sure people are saying, Tim, actually, you're wrong. They had torches and stuff like that. Well, maybe. My point is, there is an amount of time you can go back where they're not going to be able to fathom because you need to understand how to do so much. We'll see. Creepy story, though. Smash the like button. Share the show with everyone you know. I think that's it for today. Maybe we've got a bonus coming up for you guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you all in the next show.